Van Jones is the green job czar. He's the guy that Glenn Beck has lost his mind over, and he keeps calling him a communist, et cetera, et cetera. And now they found some tape on Van Jones where he's saying something that is, okay, earmuff the kids, whatever, right? It's got some cursing in it. Fox News is going to go ballistic over this. But if you listen to what he actually says, put aside the cursing, I only agree with him 1,000,000%. And it's perfectly appropriate for today. Let's listen to Van Jones.
You know, when Bush was in office, they had a majority. It wasn't 60. It wasn't more than 60, but they pushed through all of these bills. But when we have, 58, we seem to not be able to move things as progressively as many of us here would want, as Obama wants.
Right.
And I know that he has this strong interest in bipartisanship,
right.
But when nobody in the Republicans are voting with him, how were the Republicans able to push things through when they had less than 60 senators, but somehow we can't?
Well, the answer to that is they're assholes.
That was the answer.
That's a technical political science term. And Barack Obama's not an asshole. So, now, I will say this. I can be an asshole. And some of us who are not Barack Hussein Obama are going to have to start getting a little bit uppity.
I couldn't agree with Van Jones more. I mean, if any time there's a need for somebody to be uppity and to challenge folks, it's now. So I'm ecstatic that Van Jones is in the government, if they'll actually let him do anything. My guess is after this tape is out, Democrats being who they are, JR, how many days you give him before they fire his ass? Oh, no, I'm sorry, to send him to spend more time with his family, okay? Now, look, he called the Republicans assholes. He called himself one, too, right? But if you cared about the substance of what he's saying, basically what he's saying is they're not interested in being polite. They're not interested in negotiating. They're not interested in compromise. When they have a policy they believe in, they ram it through. And he says that basically the Democrats need to do that more. He says he's ready to do that, but he's not sure Obama is. Well, that analysis is only 100% correct. JR.
Just notice how, well, no, not necessarily quickly, but how easily John McCain and Cheney, when they talk about when Cheney got in someone's face, cussed him out, called him all these names. John McCain got mad and cussed people out. They just care so much. They use this colorful language.
They're passionate. That's
passionate,
right.
Angry, because they just care so much. But it's going to be a different way now.
Now, you think that's how they're going to characterize Van Jones? Passionate? What's the over-under here? 2 weeks before he's got to spend time with his family? Because a Democratic administration is strong enough to hold on to a guy like this who actually wants to fight, and he cursed once on tape. Who gives a damn, right? I don't see any Democratic administration doing that, let alone one led by Obama and Emmanuel. Emmanuel's going to want to hit that jettison button like yesterday. As soon as he saw this tape, Emmanuel was like, jettison, jettison, jettison. How do we get rid of this guy? And Glenn Beck's been beating him up, and Fox News has been beating up Van Jones. And then on top of this, well, how could you possibly keep him if Fox News isn't happy? Well, let's see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they keep the guy. Good test, right? 2 weeks. I'm saying maximum 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before.